Welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Welcome to 726 right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas.
You had to think for a minute about where we're at?
That's a dramatic pause.
Oh, a dramatic pause.
You put people on the edge of your seat when you pause.
Because they thought you were going to say something else?
See how that works? I'm just eagerly awaiting your next word.
Okay.
See how that works?
You just eagerly await then, big
sure.
boy. Now, are you? Well, by the time this airs, Thanksgiving will be over.
Right.
So we will have stuffed ourselves.
So
with
how
turkey.
was Thanksgiving dinner?
How was it? It was magnificent.
Fabulous.
Yes,
it's
it was
cooking
fabulous.
right now as we speak.
It is cooking, because I told you I did my turkeys this morning.
I know, you told me everything, your whole life story in the last hour.
Dan picked me up and brought me to work today because we're off at the college all week. So Daniel came by and we've been visiting for an hour. We got nothing left to say to each other, so we're not real sure
you have plenty to say.
I do, Daniel. I can come up with something else.
You're a virtual well of information. Not that information is all that pertinent for anything, but it's a deep well. It's a bottomless chasm. Mm-hmm. It is. But we talked about Thanksgiving and how much you prefer Thanksgiving over Christmas because there's not the pressure of gift giving. Right.
And I love the way, ladies, he said, there's some prep to Thanksgiving, and I wanted to say, what prep do you do, Daniel? But I didn't, because I'm going to be rude. But just what prep do you do, Daniel?
You mean as far as help preparing?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Slicing and helping.
So after Betty's been in the kitchen for 8 hours, you come in and slice? That's your part?
Nope.
Nope. What do you do?
I help.
Do you mash the potatoes?
If she needs them mashed or cut or
peeled?
Salads tossed or cheese grated or
oh,
like
wow.
that.
You're like a sous chef then.
I don't know what that is, but
the helper.
I do very well when someone says, do this.
Do this. Do this. Do you like to cook, Daniel?
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you consider cooking? Nuking a potato?
No. Like following directions. I'm a breakfast cooker.
Okay, good.
I like breakfast.
Okay, what do you cook?
Eggs and bacon and biscuits and
homemade
gravy. Yes, absolutely. From scratch. Absolutely.
Buttermilk, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we use the powdered buttermilk stuff.
We
don't. Sorry.
No, that's
we don't use enough buttermilk to.
You have to get the cultured buttermilk.
We'll follow your instruction the next time.
Yeah.
Because whatever you say is the proper way of doing it.
Well,
and I've learned that in the last hour.
He's not a bread eater.
Oh, he's not?
No. The first time I ever made biscuits, I made this big, batch of biscuits. He ate like one. I can make hot rolls. He'll eat one. He's just not a bread person. He likes cornbread. Mm-hmm. But I could live on bread. I mean, if I have bread, life is good. Mm-hmm. And I'll eat like 4 or 5 hot rolls. He's like wondering where they're going. But I'll eat 4 or 5. He'll eat one.
Well, he's not a big guy either, so you'd think that all those carbs would make him, and he's not a large guy.
Oh, no, not at all. But yeah, he doesn't.
What about potatoes? Does he like potatoes?
Yeah, he's just not much of a, he's got a huge sweet tooth. That's his big thing is a humongous sweet tooth.
Okay.
So. And you can have sweets, I know.
I can if I want to.
But it makes you sick, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't make me sick. It just makes my sugar go up a little higher than what I would normally like it to be.
All right. So
and
Thanksgiving
high sugar is not a bad thing on a short term. It's the low sugar you got to worry about.
Trust me, I know all about low sugar. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was reading a book one day. It was talking about how your sugar affects you, and said when you feel hungry, which of these is you? And then there were like 4 scenarios, and one of them said, "Feed me or I'll kill you." And I went, "That is me."
Yeah.
That's me right there. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to read any farther. That's me. That's because it said you suffer from low blood sugar. I thought, well, I knew that. I was diagnosed years ago.
You gonna have a lot of sweets tomorrow?
I fixed a cinnamon cake because I told you we can't have any dairy because Alec is going to be there and he's lactose intolerant. We'll send him to the emergency room the whole bit. Mm-hmm. So I fixed a cinnamon cake with just a soy glaze instead of your powdered sugar with milk. It's just powdered sugar and soy milk. And then Pam, who's here, is making a pecan pie, right? Pam's making pecan pie.
Okay.
Aunt Margaret's bringing a pumpkin pie.
I told her I might just drop in unannounced.
Yeah, my cousin
and not
Pam's
tell
here.
anyone
She's
who
our
I
first
am.
guest, and she's bringing pecan pie. She.
Oh, is it here?
Yeah.
No, won't be a pecan pie when it's finished.
But Pam is famous. I'll have to brag on her so I can embarrass her. But she is absolutely famous as being the best pie maker in the entire world. So that's why when Pam said, "What can I bring?" "A pie, Pam, a pie." She really is the best pie maker in the world. Okay. So, and I make great pies, but she's much better than I am. So, and Jack's over there, whatever. She didn't pay me to say that, Jack. Don't worry. Don't worry.
He looks like a smart fella. He knows when to keep his mouth
my wife's best pie maker in the world. So we'll have a big spread tomorrow.
Good.
We'll have way more food. Speaking of that, I read the other day that the average Thanksgiving dinner consists of 3,000 calories.
That's probably true.
Yeah, and the average cook consumes over 700 calories during her tasting of cooking. So by the time you sit down at the table, that you're cooking tomorrow, you taste the stuffing and you taste the potatoes and you taste everything. Make sure you will have consumed 700 calories before you ever sit down.
But they say if you don't gain weight over the holidays, that's almost like losing weight. Because
really?
You're supposed to gain weight.
Yeah, about 5. They say about 5
pounds.
And
if you don't gain the weight, then you're doing awfully well. You've lost the weight.
If you just hold steady, then. I don't know if I never paid any attention to whether I gained weight over the holidays or not.
I don't think you can.
Oh no, I'm gaining weight. I'm bigger than I used to be.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Where do you tell that at?
Around my tummy.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not gonna get any more detailed than that, but I can tell. So it's just it's sad.
So it's a tummy thing, huh?
It's a tummy thing. It's a ladies' tummy
keep an eye on that tummy. See if it.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, you got to do some tummy work.
Well, when you get older, you kind of.
That's what my girlfriends all say. They say, you hit a certain age, and all of a sudden there's no waist anymore.
Yeah.
They say, I used to have a waist, and I don't have a waist.
There you go.
So that's what's happening, I guess. The world, Mountain Home knows too much about me. But so does Harrison, because I bumped into a lady at Walmart yesterday, and she said, aren't you supposed to be shopping in Mountain Home? I said, no, I live in Harrison. She said, you do. I must have missed that on the show. I said, oh, you watch? She said, I always watch. And so we visited and everything. So, but yeah, she said she remembered hearing me get married, but she didn't know that I had moved to. She said, the way you talk about Mountain Home, I thought you still lived there. I said, well, I work there, and I'm there 5 days a week. So
it's as the world turns with Sandy.
It is. I have lots of activities still here in town.
Yeah, well,
I'm involved in lots of stuff.
You're still involved here, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's why we keep you around.
Is that okay?
You're the token host from Mountain Home.
I'm the token Mountain Home host.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's good.
Let's go down the list of people that are going to be on the show.
Go right
you want
ahead.
me to?
I'm down. I've been talking a lot.
All right, I'll try. Pamela Fortner is here. She's going to be
Cousin Pam.
Is it Cousin Pam?
Cousin
okay.
Pam.
And I hope she brought that pie, but I don't think she brought it. She's going to be talking about the Marion County Tour of Homes. And then Jennie Rowland with St. Peter's Cookie Walk. And cookies or no cookies?
Yeah, she brought, and Kathy Geisinger's with her.
Okay, Kathy,
so we have
welcome
2,
to the show. I don't have you down there, but that's good.
They brought the cookies, and they'll let us sample.
Okay.
Last year they left them.
Well, I know you had first dibs, and you took the cookies over there, and you let me do the interview. And that's the only part of the show that I got to talk.
Well, if you'd bring food every week, you'd talk more.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense, Dan.
And then Bob Burg's here.
Yes, Bob Burg.
He's with the Twin Lakes Literacy Council, and they need volunteers.
They do. They need some tutors and stuff. And the last time Bob was here, someone called in and gave a donation to the Literacy Council, said they saw him on the show.
Oh, good.
And so we're back again. Bob's going to talk to us more about the Literacy Council and all the wonderful things they do. And
then Erric Totty's here with the Baxter County Juvenile Services AmeriCorps group. They are volunteer appreciation banquets coming up. We're talking about that. And then lastly,
there's another correction.
Where's that?
That is Dorothy Judd and Timothy Lee, who will be here with the Twin Lakes Choral Society. Lee was supposed to be here, but she couldn't make it.
I'm glad you stopped me.
So Dorothy Judd is here, and Timothy Lee, and they'll be talking about the 26th. She gave me a cheat sheet here. The 26th annual Christmas concert.
Okay.
So that's it's been around a long, long time. I could read that without my glasses on, just barely. Christmas songs from stage and screen, it says. Very good.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's take a break.
We're definitely in the Christmas season,
because I'm
Daniel.
out of breath and listening to you.
Okay. Exhausted, are you?
I'm exhausted. We'll take a break. We'll be back with Pamela Fortner. Stay with us.